So we're all born as belly breathers, and then what happens is we encounter stress and our breath comes up here. So I'm going to show you some postures that can help us kind of open up the rib cage and allow us to get that deeper breath again. So let's all follow along here. I'm going to show you 4 different, actually I'm going to show you also a method of working with children. So we're going to do 5 quick little postures. The first one is just to place your arms back here. I notice you're already kind of doing that. But this is a nice way of and might have scoot up in your chair if that helps. But you're now, when you put your arms behind your back, you're stretching some muscles that run through the rib cage. The ribs are flexible, and these are called the intercostal muscles, and they allow the ribs to move. And when you go like this, you stretch the intercostals and you hinge your ribs open. You're also kind of moving your shoulders back. This is letting you take that longer, deeper breath. So let's just see now. I want you to notice if when your hands are back here, if air is getting a little deeper, if you're getting some more movement in the abdominal area. And I should mention, we're not a belly-breathing friendly culture, especially for women, right? Women are taught, I've found as I've gone around the country, they're taught 3 words about whether, letting the stomach move out. What are those? Anybody? What? Suck it in. Yeah. Suck it in, hold it in. Somebody said to me, don't do it. Right? And I actually worked with a lady in, it was a class I taught at Portland State, and she wrote a paper that said that, as I'm telling the story, I just wanted you to just keep breathing normally like this, but just notice if you can get the air down here. She wrote a paper about when she went into grade school. She went to a school where everybody wore a uniform, and the lady measured her for her skirt and told her to hold her stomach in. And that's how she measured her and said, this is how you look prettier. And she'd been holding her stomach in her whole life. And when we did this breathing, it blew her mind, and it just was a whole, very profound experience for her to release and to let go. So if it's hard for clients, if you've been breathing in, holding this in, there's a body memory there. So I like to have people take a breath and, you could say release or soften, and just allow this to soften. And that's what's a practice. It might not happen immediately. So I like to have clients get permission to do that. Okay, so this is one way. The second way is to place your arms at your sides. So that would be too low. You want to go up to where your bottom rib is. It worked better. Okay, find your bottom rib, place your hands there, and now see if you're feeling movement on the hands at the outside. How many people are noticing the hands? Yeah. So this is the 3-dimensional breathing. If you're moving out here, then you're also getting the vagus nerve stimulated. Okay. This was also how Wonder Woman stood. I think this is how she got her superpowers, doing the breathing, I think. So this is another one. Also, this is kind of nice because if people are too hyper-focused on, and some women don't want to feel the movement of the stomach out, this is a nice way to help them. Maybe they can focus on the outward movement at the sides of the body and not focus on the front. Okay, that's 2 movements. A third one I want to show you is placing the hands up here, kind of behind the head. Again, you're stretching the intercostals. If this is too hard, for some people it could be difficult or painful. You could always place the arms here or here, right? Same effect. And also, anybody here working corrections? Because this could be triggering. Yeah. So I learned that the hard way. And so you could always, in that case, have people go like this or like this. Yeah. Okay. So those are 3 methods of deepening the breath, practicing. I want to show you the Navy SEAL practice. I interviewed this Navy SEAL, and he said that the breathing was very critical in helping him during a lot of the dangerous missions that he did. So what he learned was this practice of using the arms and hands like a bellows as a practice method. So we'll start with the hands in front of us together, and we're going to take a nice belly breath as we open the arms up like this. Let's hold it for about the count of 2, and then we're going to exhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take another nice belly breath. Hold it, and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's a nice, you can think of this as a bellows or an accordion, but it's a nice way, it's visual, tactile way of breathing. So that might be nice for a lot of people. And, I also want to mention that when you're breathing out, you're having a slower out breath. And that actually helps your heart take a break. Believe it or not, when you do this breathing, it's been shown, it's called heart rate variability. I don't always share this with a client unless maybe they've had a heart condition, but this actually, that your breath actually syncs up to your breathing. It's like syncing your iPhone up to your main computer. So if you're breathing rapidly, if you're taking that upper breath, your heart is beating quickly through the in-breath and the out-breath. Okay, but if you take this diaphragmatic breath, when you exhale, your heart gets a rest, actually slows down. Now think about that through the course of an entire lifetime, right? It's really good for your heart health. So I want to share, so those are 4 breathing methods. We have a lot of people here who work with kids, so I want to show you something called butterfly breathing. And it's kind of like using and I hear this is being taught in some schools too, it's using the arms to kind of mimic the wings of a butterfly. So we're going to bring our hands together like this, under the chin. And these are going to be our wings. So exercise your wings a little bit. Okay. So we're going to start, take a nice breath in as we raise the wings. Nice inhale, and then exhale, lowering the wings. Long, slow exhale. Take another breath in, raising the wings. And exhale. So that's called butterfly breathing. It's a nice little thing for kids to do. Also, doing this breathing, laying on the floor, on the ground, on your back or your side, it's a little easier to do the diaphragmatic breathing. So if somebody isn't really getting it, that might be a position you could have them take and a way to help them do this a little more easily.